So let's just throw it out there. One of the most awkward conversations you can have with a pastor or a co-Christian is the subject of dating. So,
awkward.
How do you do it? How do you do it correctly? And when do you do it? And who do you do it with?
That's a lot of questions.
Maybe we should hear from the married couple first.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first important thing is you got to remember that you're potentially messing with your entire future. You're messing with your entire life. Mm-hmm. And you could enter into a relationship that's going to set you up for a lifetime. So I think you have to take all aspects into consideration as far as where you want to go with the relationship, where the other person wants to go with the relationship, and how far you're willing to go with it.
I think a lot of times, too, people aren't careful enough. Like, even you could still both be saved, but somebody has all this experience and somebody's newly saved, or you're just not on the same level. You believe things differently. And a lot of things you do believe need to be on the same page if you're going to have a lifetime together. That's the point of dating.
Mm-hmm. True. Even convictions, I think sometimes that can be the biggest, maybe you're both saved even, but you have different convictions about, either like the physicality of your relationship or the amount of time you should be spending together, things like that. And that can go south pretty quickly if you're not on the same page.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like from experience, one of the things I think I maybe learned the hard way is learning how to, keep your emotions in a place where you don't go, like when you're dating somebody, it's easy to get infatuated with them, right? Like it's easy to think like they're everything. And especially as a girl, speaking to the girls, I think it's really important to keep your emotions in check. To never be tied to any person that you can't be separated if it's not the right thing.
What's a thing? God still needs to be the person you rely on and depend on. You can't use that relationship or person as a crutch and like get strength from that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think as much as, what I was saying before is there's a lifetime ahead of you, you still have to take it that one day at a time and be open because people change, you change, your call changes. So you really have to be open all the time to adjustments and what's about to happen,
And there's no template. That's the thing. There's no, this is how you do it, A, B, C. It's very much like a relationship with God in that you have to feel it out. You have to go where it's going and navigate the waters, as they come. And, that's can be very difficult, especially if you're not on the same page, like we said earlier.
Mm-hmm. I also think it's really important to have people in your life that you're accountable to. Mm-hmm. Somebody that you can be completely honest about where your relationship is. Somebody that can, because when you're in it, sometimes you don't see things, because your emotions are involved.
More often than not.
Yeah, you usually don't, right? But you need people to say, this is, I see these things that are good or I see these things that aren't, so that you go in actually with the real canvas, because no matter what, you guys know, when you get married, there's always going to be things about the other person that aren't going to just be solved by the time you get married. You're walking into their struggles too. So I think the more honest you can be walking into it, at least it seems. I'm not married, but.
Well, I think the biggest thing is you really have to keep yourself centered on where you're headed.
Right.
Most importantly out of anything else, that you stay the course that you're headed. And those two courses are going to line up if that's what it's actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
But if you start trying to change course over to the other person, your foundation's going to be off, mislaid, and things aren't going to be set up properly. So you really have to work on your own foundation. You have to work on your own course. And if it's what it's supposed to be, it's going to line up.
Right. And you do. There is just a certain level of trusting God with it that just comes into play. Taking one step at a time and just trusting that if this isn't something that's going to benefit you in the long run or benefit the other person, because this is love, right? We're putting the other people first, that God would show you, that he would make it evident. And like Wendy said, the people that you've placed in your life with the specific ability to speak into your life would have a voice over whatever it is that you're feeling, over the infatuation, over the love, whatever.
Hey everybody, hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please comment below, let us know your thoughts. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Underground Church Network.
That's right, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/UCN.young. Like, comment, but most importantly, share.
Please follow us on Instagram at young_church.
And lastly, if you'd like to get involved in what we're doing or have topic ideas, you can email us at ucn.young@gmail.com.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.